Imagine pulling into a deserted rest stop at midnight, only to hear whispers from the shadows that aren't there. Pause for eerie music swell. Welcome to the dark underbelly of America's highways, where weary travelers seek refuge, but some never truly rest. Tonight, we delve into alleged haunted rest stops and truck stops that have earned terrifying reputations. These are compiled from reported trucker stories, urban legends, and paranormal investigations, nothing proven, but enough to make you avoid stopping alone. From Route 66 ghostly echoes to Midwest apparitions, prepare for a creepy journey. Remember, these tales are based on eyewitness accounts. Approach with skepticism, but caution. America's interstates stretch like veins across the land, pumping life from coast to coast. But at night, when the traffic thins, rest areas become isolated pockets of unease. Truckers, the unsung guardians of the road, share chilling encounters that suggest some spirits linger, unable to move on. Whether from tragic accidents or forgotten histories, these spots allegedly harbor the restless. We'll explore 5 such locations, each with its own spine-tingling lore. Buckle up, it's going to be a long, dark ride. Our first stop, the abandoned Tri-County truck stop in Villa Ridge, Missouri, along the infamous Route 66. Once a bustling haven for truckers with great food and fuel, it's now a crumbling relic, shrouded in decay. Paranormal investigators from shows like SYFY's Ghost Hunters have visited, declaring it haunted based on eerie evidence. Reports allege an apparition in a red flannel shirt wandering the empty diner, doors slamming on their own, and objects like light bulbs being hurled at visitors with no one in sight. One team captured blue phosphorescence on camera, a glowing mist that moved intelligently, as if aware of their presence. Truckers who parked nearby in the past spoke of coffee pots crashing to the ground inexplicably and a ghostly figure named George, said to get uncomfortably close, especially to women. The site's history ties to Route 66 deadly accidents, where souls allegedly remain trapped. If you drive by at night, you might hear faint whispers or feel an icy grip on your shoulder. Alleged, of course, but many swear it's real. Digging deeper, one investigator recounted shutting a door only for something to push back, as if an unseen force demanded entry. The air grows heavy, filled with the scent of old coffee and dust, but no one's brewing. Truck stops like this were lifelines, but tragedy turned them into eternal way stations. Avoid lingering here alone, the shadows allegedly watch. Moving west, we arrive at the Pilot Travel Center in Jamestown, New Mexico, another Route 66 haunt. This modern stop hides ancient chills amid the desert expanse. Truckers report flickering lights in the lot with no electrical issues, cold drafts sweeping through warm cabs, and shadowy figures darting between rigs, vanishing when approached. One seasoned driver heard whispers over his CB radio, garbled voices calling his name, but no one on the channel. The legends tie to Route 66 bloody past, with accidents claiming countless lives in the isolated terrain. Spirits of lost travelers allegedly roam, seeking help or company. On moonless nights, the desert wind carries moans that sound too human. Paranormal enthusiasts claim EVP's electronic voice phenomena, capturing pleas like "help me" amid static. If you stop here, keep your doors locked, you might see a figure in your mirror that isn't reflected in reality. All reported, naturally, but enough to unsettle even skeptics. Eyewitnesses describe intense cold spots in the restrooms, where mirrors fog up with no steam, revealing handprints that fade away. The isolation amplifies every creak, turning a simple break into a nightmare. Heading east to Waverly, West Virginia, lies Screaming Jenny's truck stop, a name that evokes dread. Legend has it Jenny was a 19th-century woman burned alive near railroad tracks after a tragic accident. Her fiery spirit allegedly haunts the area, with truckers hearing blood-curdling screams echoing through the fog. One driver reported seeing a woman engulfed in flames running alongside his truck, her face twisted in agony, before she vanished into smoke. The screams peak in colder months, piercing the night like a siren. Investigators link it to historical fires and deaths along the tracks, where Jenny's restless soul seeks vengeance or release. Park here at your peril. The air allegedly thickens with the smell of burning cloth, and apparitions appear in rearview mirrors, reaching out with charred hands. These tales have circulated for generations, passed among road warriors as warnings. Witnesses claim the ground shakes slightly during sightings, as if reliving the quake-like terror of her demise. Fog rolls in unnaturally, hiding her approach until it's too late. South to San Antonio, Texas, at the travel centers of America. This busy stop belies a ghostly resident, a woman in a flowing white gown, wandering the parking lot after dark. She's said to knock gently on cab doors, her pale face pleading for help, only to disappear when drivers open up. One trucker described her eyes hollow and endless before she faded into mist. Legends connect her to San Antonio's tragic history, perhaps a victim of violence seeking aid she never got. Cold touches on windows and whispers of pleas have been reported, sending chills down spines. The lot feels watched, with security lights dimming inexplicably. Paranormal groups have captured orbs on film, glowing anomalies darting around rigs. If she approaches you, don't engage. She's allegedly an omen of misfortune. All based on accounts, but vivid enough to deter solo stops. The gown flutters without wind, and her knocks grow insistent, echoing in empty lots like a desperate call from beyond. Our next eerie locale, the Iowa 80 truck stop in Walcott, Iowa, the world's largest. Amid its amenities lurks something sinister. Truckers allege cold spots in hallways, phantom footsteps echoing in empty restrooms, and a shadowy figure slipping between trailers at night, vanishing upon inspection. One driver saw a man in outdated clothes reflected in the diner mirror, but turning around revealed no one. Apparitions appear in photos as blurry forms, and sudden chills interrupt meals. Tied to fatal highway crashes nearby, spirits of deceased truckers allegedly linger, unable to complete their hauls. EVPs capture gruff voices saying "move on," as if warning the living. The sheer size amplifies isolation after hours, turning a safe haven into a trap. Reports of doors locking on their own add to the terror. Proceed with caution, you might not be alone in that booth. Mirrors play tricks, showing extra faces that blink before disappearing, leaving diners questioning their sanity. Wait, that's only 4? Wait, adjusting to 5. Shifting gears to Kingman, Arizona's flying J-truck stop. Haunted by the alleged ghost of a young boy killed in a 1970s fire on site. Laughter echoes in empty lots, small handprints appear on windshields, and apparitions of a child playing near pumps vanish. One trucker felt a tug on his sleeve, turning to see a boy with soot-streaked face, whispering "play with me" before fading. The fire's tragedy left a mark, with spirits reliving the horror. Nights bring the scent of smoke, alarms blaring falsely. Investigators note temperature drops and toys moving alone. A reminder that innocence lost can haunt forever. The boy's eyes glow faintly, drawing you in before the illusion shatters with a gust of hot air. As we wrap our journey, remember these are alleged tales, folklore from the road. America's highways hold secrets, and rest stops are portals to the unknown. Next time you pull over, scan the shadows. Safe travels, or are they? Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.